thick beef with your Cha-Cha News Report. It is now 1964 and I am here to talk to you about the MKUltra project. The CIA conducted dozens of experiments in 1953, 10 years ago, and it just now ended. They conducted these experiments on the effects of biological and chemical agents on American citizens without their knowledge. The tests included subjecting the unwitting subjects to hallucinogenic drugs and other chemicals, among other things. The project was intended to develop a capability in the covert use of biological and chemical materials. The motivation was also defensive, in that many were afraid during the Cold War that the Russians and Chinese had already developed weapons in this area. This was officially authorized in 1953 by 1955. The discovery of the following materials and methods, including those which will promote the intoxicating effects of alcohol, which will render the induction of hypnosis easier or otherwise enhance its usefulness, which will enhance the ability of individuals to withstand torture and coercion during interrogation and so-called brainwashing. It will produce amnesia for events preceding and during their youth, which will produce shock and confusion over extended periods of time and capable of surreptitious use. And it will also produce physical disablement such as paralysis of the legs, acute anemia, and other things. Now here's an interview with me and a CIA agent. I'm doing an exclusive interview with a CIA agent. Why did you push the doctor out of the window?
I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He fell.
Well, here's an exclusive interview I had with Dr. Frank Olson before he died. I'm here with Dr. Frank Olson with an exclusive interview. So Frank, what happened in that cabin?
I was drugged without knowing it.
With what?
LSD.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you have any proof?
Yeah, I have a camera upstairs. I'll be back. So, are we?
Whoa! It appears he fell from the window. I'm interviewing a patient that participated in this experiment. Why did you volunteer to be a part of this experiment?
Because I'm sick.
Well, did they offer your family anything?
Yes, they offer to pay for everything.
I'm doing an exclusive interview with the owner of this hospital. Why would you allow such experiments to be conducted in your hospital?
They promised to pay for all the expenses.
Oh, sounds like your patients are having a hard time. So I'm going to let you go now.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm doing an exclusive interview with a prisoner who volunteered to be a part of this experiment. Why did you volunteer to be a part of this government experiment?
Because they promised me crack.
Did you get the crack?
Of course. Can't you tell I'm on it now?
Yeah, so, what? I don't know. How was your day?
Good, how was yours?
Pretty good. Hear that new Justin Bieber song? That antelope sure knows how to sing. Hi, this is Mr. Crocker from Cha-Cha News with the closing report. Alright, so the MKUltra project consisted of 149 sub-projects. 6 sub-projects involving tests on unwitting subjects were conducted. 8 subjects involving hypnosis, including 2 that also used drugs, were performed. 7 sub-projects, including the use of drugs or chemicals. 4 sub-projects used magician's art, also known as surreptitious delivery of drug-related materials. 9 sub-projects studied sleep research. Example would be deprivation, and psychotherapy influence on behavior. 6 sub-projects studied the effects on human tissue of exotic pathogens and the capabilities to incorporate them into effective delivery systems. CIA lost or destroyed all records of the Project MKUltra except for a few that were overlooked and found. They were not held accountable in every lawsuit against the government was not won since the court sided with the government. And they held that the serviceman who had volunteered for a chemical weapon experiment, who was actually tested with LSD, was barred from bringing a claim under the Federal Tort Claim Act. The Federal Tort Claim Act was made in. What year is it?
1964.
It was passed this year. The federal status that permits private parties to sue the United States in a federal court for most torts committed by people acting on behalf of the United States. Though this act limits who can sue the military.
You have to say this is Cha-Cha News.
Oh, wait. Yeah. This is Mr. Crocker with Cha-Cha News. Cha-Cha out. There we go.
Don't forget to hit the dab.
How do you?
I'm doing an excuse. Start it again.
It is now 19. Oh wait, no, I'm
I
not.
don't know what you said.
Chris!